26% on the national report card. That's the percentage of youth 12 grader who are proficient in maths. In America, we pride ourselves as being an exceptional country. But does 26% sound exceptional to you? Raise your hand if you think as a country we need to do better than this. I'm with you. We all need math, but why are so many kids confused by it? Is it because only 26% of people are hardware for math, while 74% are not? After working with thousands of kids, I can tell you this because kids don't understand math because we have been teaching it's a humanities subject. But as we make math human again, it will start to make sense again. You're probably wondering, how was math overwhelming in the first place? So think about it. Math is a human language, just like English, Spanish, or Chinese, because it allows people to communicate with each other. Even ancient time, people needed the language of math to conduct trade, to build mine and measure the land for farming. This idea of math as a language is exactly new. A great philosopher once said, "The laws of nature are written in language of mathematics." So you see, even Galileo agrees with me. But somewhere along that line, we take as language of mathematics, which is about the real world around us, and we have abstract is beyond reckoned, and the way kids are confused. Let me show you what I mean. Read the third grade California Math Standard as the over plateaus and here they are. Understand? A fraction 1 over b is the quantity formed by 1 part went to percent and 2 big equal part. Understand the fraction a over b as the quantity formed by a part size 1 over b, and if you have 3 less than 2 11, you'll probably get a fraction like this. To a math expert, this standard makes sense, but to kids, it's absolute torture. I chose this example specially because fraction and fundamental to algebra, trigonometry, and even calculus. So if kids don't understand fraction in elementary and middle school, they have a full road ahead of them in high school. But is there a way to make fractions simple and easy for kids to understand? Yes. Just remember that math is language and it is to your advantage. For example, when I teach 5th graders how to add subtract fraction, I start with apple plus apple lesson. For us, what's 1 apple plus 1 apple? And kids will often say 2, which is partially correct. Have them equal the word has the will since math is a language. So it's not just 2, it's 2 apples. Next is 3 pencil plus 2 pencil. You all know 2 pencil plus pencil give you pencil. So everyone, how many pencil? 5 pencil is right, and the key is your inclusive word. I tried this lesson with my 5-year-old one. After she added pencil and pencil, I asked her, "What 4 billion plus 1 billion?" And my aunt after this, and she called me and said, "Are you crazy? She is in kindergarten. How she supposed to know 4 billion plus 1 billion?" And the aunt, my niece facing counting, looks up and said, 5 billion? And I said, "This is right, it is 5 billion. My aunt just saw as heard and laughed. Because she did not expect from my expert that all I have to do is to language approach and math become intuitive and easy to understand. Then I asked her a question that kindergarten are definitely not supposed to know. What's 1/3 plus 1/3? And immediately she was 2/3. So if you're wondering how could the possible know that when she doesn't know about numerators and denominator yet, you see, she wasn't thinking about numerator and denominator. She thought of the problem this way, and she was 1 apple plus 1 apple. Here analogy to understand 1/3 plus 1/3. So even a kindergarten can add fraction. You better believe that every 5th grader can do it as well. Just for fun, I asked her a high school algebra question, what 7x squared plus 2x squared, and this little 5-year-old girl correctly answered 9x squared. And she didn't need any explanations to figure that out. So when people say that we are either for math or not, it's not true. Math is human language, so we all have the ability to understand it. We need to take a language approach to math urgently because to make kids lost and ourselves about math doesn't have to be that way. I work with angry, first as high school student once who was accurate because she only knew 44% of her multiplication fact. I told her, that's like trying to read and only knowing 44% of the alphabet. It's holding you back. She couldn't factor of solve equation and she had no confidence in math. As a result, this teenager had no confidence in herself. I told her, we have to start with multiplication because once you know all your factors very hard, everything gets easier and it like having a fast pass to every side of Disneyland. What do you think? And she said, okay. So she systematically learned her timetable in 4 weeks, and yes, even multiplication has language embedded. You'd be surprised how many kids don't realize 7 times 3 can be spelled out as 7 times 3, which just meant 3 7 times, just like this. So when kids see this way, they quickly realize the repeat addition is slow and inconvenient. So they gladly memorize that 3 7 times always give you 21. So for this teenager was a risk of dropping out. Becoming fluent and confident in multiplication was a game changer because the first time she could focus on problem solving instead of counting on her fingers. I knew she had turned the corner when she figured out that a 2-year careless a $441 would cost you $10,608, and she looked at me distressing and sighed, Mr. Polisok, that's expensive. At the moment, math was no longer causing problem here, but she was using math to solve problems as a responsible adult would. As an educator, it's my duty to challenge kids to reach higher, so I leave you with this challenge. Our country is stuck at 26% frequency and challenge you to push that number higher. This is important because mathematical thinking not only builds young minds, but our kids into imagination and build a future that doesn't yet exist. Meeting this challenge can be as simple as apples plus apples. Insist that we teach math as human language and will get the sooner rather than later. Thank you. What is the result of changing the sound? If you think the video is good, don't forget like, comment, and subscribe. See you later and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.